guys, happy 2021, happy new year, happy new life. Coming out of 2020, I think we all need to just decide that this is a new life, new year. Let's just go forward, and whatever is the new normal coming up, let's just accept it as whatever happens, we're going to adapt and succeed. So I have been really trying to figure out strategies and how to look at life as a winner. And I'm not saying y'all are losers or anything, but I'm deciding to be a winner. I have been thinking about what I truly want. Last year was the year of growth and perseverance. I started my real estate journey last year in February, late February, and then March happened. I think it was March 10th or 13th or something, where we went into lockdown here in Colorado Springs. And I kind of decided that, I'm mad and I'm gonna cross my arms and not do anything. And so it took me 9 months to finally pass my real estate exam. I passed it on the first try, and I am so incredibly proud of that. But it's like, all right, that's done. Next, what is next? And now the first month, I passed my exam, Halloween. I got my license like the next 2 weeks. And you get out of school and then you get back into school basically, because you have to now learn how to run a business and market yourself and brand yourself. And it was so ridiculously overwhelming for me for the first month or so. November and December were just outrageously overwhelming for me. Coming into January though, I decided that I am going to get my goals set. I'm going to get my mind right and do this thing for real. I had decided that if I'm not willing to audit and willing to control what goes into my mouth and my mind, then I'm not willing to do that for what goes in and out of my business. If I'm not going to get serious about my body, I'm not going to get serious about my business. And so January 1st, well, before that, I was working out every single weekday. I take off every once in a while, but that way, when you do that, you just pick up the workouts on weekends. But I was doing that steadily for a couple months, and January 1st, I was like, all right, I'm not seeing my body change. I know that I'm getting stronger, so I'm building muscle. But even though I'm building muscle, my clothes are still getting tighter and tighter because my muscles are getting bigger, but my fat's not going anywhere. And I decided that, my diet is crazy. So it's not just my body that's being affected, it's my brain. I couldn't think of simple words. Like, I was having a hard time having normal, non-business conversations. I was having a hard time remembering certain words, and my brain was always in a fog. And my sleep habits started going crazy, and I was going downhill. So I decided to do Whole30, and I've been doing Whole30 from January 1st, and this is the 15th. It's already the 15th of January, y'all. But I've been doing that for 15 days, and I've been totally Whole30. And the first 11 days were horrendous. Like, the cravings weren't bad. I had cravings, but they weren't as bad as they were on past Whole30 rounds. So that wasn't too bad, but like what my body was going through, the detox, the real detox this time, it was really, really hard because I felt like I was eating milk because my stomach was really, really upset all the time. I was more swollen than I have been in the past, and my pants are tighter, and it was really discouraging on about day 11. Like, I could not pull my pants up, and I had to wear tights and sweats for a few days because I felt really, really bad. I felt fat. I felt discouraged. But the thing is like, you can feel discouraged and you can feel like a failure and you can feel like your work is not going anywhere. That's fine. But if you allow that to cause you to quit, that's when you're a failure. Quitting is failure. Little missteps, little challenges, little brain storms, those are not failures. The allowance of those being able to steal your motivation and steal your momentum away, that is failure. So no quitting. Quitting is not an option, no matter how hard it is. And so when you quit, that's because you allowed yourself the option of quitting. Now, I'm not allowing myself that option. I listened to a guy named Eric Thomas. He's a motivational speaker. And he has this saying that is, I can, I will, I must. And the first few months that I listened to him, I heard him say that, and I was like, what does that even mean? I don't know what it means. Like, yeah, I can do it, but I must and I will. What does that mean? And so I was listening to him again with I love when I clear my mind and I start getting my brain starts being able to like actually retain things and understand things better, because I listen to things that I've listened to in the past and I'm just like, duh. But he said, he kind of elaborated on it a little more, and he says that I can because I am capable. So I can because I'm capable, because I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. He strengthens me. He's the strength inside of me because he lives inside of me. He chose me before the foundations of the world. Anyway, and then I will because I'm strong and I decide. It takes strength. It takes courage. I heard that courage means of the heart. So when someone says, man, you have a lot of courage, that means you have the heart to do it. I have the heart to make this decision that I'm going to take care of my body. My body is a temple. And that's not just hoo-ha, like ooh things, it's just taking a scripture out of the Bible. That's not what it is. My body is a temple. In a temple, you don't go into church and just like throw potato chips everywhere and eat whatever you want. You take care of it. When you go to church, even if you're wearing jeans and a t-shirt, your t-shirt doesn't have rips. Your t-shirt doesn't have like oil stains and you look presentable. No matter how down dressed you are, you look presentable. You come in there with a reverence. And so if my body is a temple, if my body is my sanctuary, if my body is the place where God decided to dwell, then I need to take care of it like that. And so I'm strong because, God made me, God created me, God put me on this earth for a reason. And so I'm going to find out what that reason is every single day. And, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I can, I will, and I must, because people depend on me. My husband has been taking care of us. Like, I've been unemployed since July. I quit my job in July to work on my schooling. It took way more time than I thought it would, but I did it, and I'm really proud of that. But now I'm battling with the guilt, the guilt that's put on me, not by him, that's put on me by myself, that I am not doing anything. I need to get on my business and go and do things. And I have that guilt because my husband's been taking care of us. He's been taking care of the mortgage, the car payments, the farm. I mean, I've been taking care of the farm because it's my job, but like money-wise, he's been holding us through everything. And we're remodeling the house, and obviously we don't have to remodel the house right now, but that's what he wants to do. It's making him happy. It's inspiring him. It's motivating him, and that motivates me. His business is doing so well. Like, I'm so proud of him. He's going out for his Class B contracting license. He's gonna be big time. Like, he's doing so well. And his mindset, I'm watching his mindset just explode into positivity and growth, and it's making me so happy. But that's also motivating me, and I'm turning the guilt around to like motivation. I don't have to have guilt. Guilt and shame means that I'm living in the past, and I'm taking that past on as an identity, and I don't want to do that. So I'm taking that guilt and turning it into motivation to push me forward. And so one thing that I've been thinking about trying to do and wanting to do is my vision board. And so I did do my vision board. I'm not going to go through it right now, but it was really hard for me to sit down and decide, okay, what do I want to do? And so I made the lofty goal, and I keep saying lofty, but with God, all things are possible, because I love him, and he's going to make everything good, and everybody around me is going to be abundant, because my word for this year, my word for 2021 is abundance mindset. Even if there's nothing in my bank account, which there's practically nothing in my business bank account right now, I'm going to have abundance mindset. So I'm going to take that little bit of money, and I'm going to, first of all, be very strict about my spending plan, be very strict about my finances inside of my business. But first, 10% goes to God, because it's God. He gave me this money. He gave me this strength. He gave me this capability. me, if you would have met me, well, you guys know me. If you guys would have known me like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I was not confident. I had no ability. I was in a call center. You know, I didn't think I was going to be a realtor. That's amazing. So I want to go forward with an abundance mindset every single day, everything I do. So every conversation I have, abundance mindset doesn't just mean money. I want to give my abundance of joy and happiness and motivation to you. And if there's anything I can do to help you in real estate, in farming, in life for motivation, I'm here. I want to do that for you. I want to be that for people. And so abundance mindset and just everything. And so I have I'm in a mastermind group in my brokerage. It's a 90-day challenge to get basically to reform your business and really understand what it is to run a successful business. You know, not the marketing and all that side of things. That can come from other resources, but this is more of like, okay, let's set a plan, a goal, a structure to my business and keep with it. And so we have forms, and we had to buy a little, well, not little, but I had to buy a little portfolio, and I've been writing in it, and it has tabbies. I got myself a little clipboard, and then the teacher calls this our parking lot. And so everything throughout the day, I'm kind of using it as a journal as well. So I write everything I do throughout the day. And yesterday, I was so proud of myself, because yesterday I woke up at 4:30. I read my Bible, I created and uploaded a video, I washed the dishes, which is not a big deal, but it is a big deal. I made bone broth, rabbit bone broth. I'm very excited about that. I love my rabbit bone broth. I had a class at 10, I did that. I ran for 20 minutes. I ran, and my legs are incredibly sore because all these new muscles that are being used now. But I'm starting to run now because I need my cardio to get back up, because the more oxygen that you can take into your lungs goes to your brain, and then your brain works better, and that's so exciting to me. I had 3 really important calls to make. I listened to a podcast by Joe Rogan with David Goggins, and it was amazing. Like, David Goggins is one of the most inspirational men I've ever heard. If you don't know about David Goggins, look him up. Read his book. I have not read his book yet, but I want to get it. It's on Audible, and that's one of the next books I'm going to read. And I read a book called Relentless. Really, really great. It's really, really great. But you know, I'm so proud of myself, you know, because I have my little planner. This is not my planner. This is my carport or my parking lot, where everything throughout the day gets parked in here, and then I need to put it in my planner. So I'm just getting really organized. I'm getting focused, and abundance mindset. 2021 is going to be as good as you allow it to be. No matter what the situations are, if your focus is on the correct thing, be it Jesus, that's what it is for me, be it Jesus, be it whatever you believe in. Faith is a law of God, basically, or a law of the universe, however you want to see it. So faith is not just a religious thing. Faith is a law. Now, it's the same kind of law as like the law of gravity. You can say that the law of gravity doesn't work all you want. You can say you don't believe in it. You can say whatever you want to say it. But if you jump off of a building, gravity is going to overcome you. So if you don't have faith, it's going to be really hard for you to get through this world the way you want to get through it, and without the world overcoming you. Because the world is going to come like waves. You're going to be on a roller coaster. You know, you're going to be on the beach. I remember at 6 years old, 5 or 6 years old, being on the beach. And this is probably why I don't really like going to the beach anymore. But at 6 years old, I was playing on the sand, and you know, everything was good. The tide was not too heavy. It would touch my feet and everything as I was playing in the sand. But all of a sudden, this wave, because I was born and raised in Hawaii, but this wave just decided to come up and overtake me. And as a little 6-year-old, you can't really swim. You don't have the power to get out. And so this wave overtakes you, and it's like you're trying to get to the top and catch your breath, but you don't know where the top is, and you're rolling and rolling and rolling, and then you finally, the wave finally lets you go, and you get out of that wave, and you're 30 yards down the beach, and you're like, what happened? Where did I go? And you're like gasping for air. I don't want that to be my life. That's a scary, scary thing. And no matter how big the wave is, it's coming, you have the responsibility to respond to that. I love this new definition. See, words. This new definition that I heard about responsibility, and it's not like it's your fault, because it may not be your fault that the market tanked and you lost all your money. It's not your fault, but you have the ability to respond. The responsibility, the ability to respond. And so if you take that responsibility and realize that you have the ability to respond, and it's not your fault, but now you have the control to respond. Are you going to respond and freak out and say, oh, woe is me? Or are you going to say, all right, the market tanked. My stocks are still there. They're this big. Yesterday, they were ridiculously big, but now they're bitty. So let's just hold them. Let's hold them, leave them there for a while, because the market is cyclical. And so since the market is cyclical, it works in cycles. Eventually, it'll go back up. Maybe I'll make some money, maybe I won't. But I'm not going to pull out right now, because I will definitely lose money. And so thinking strategically is very important in life. And so clearing your brain, clearing your body of toxins and this and that, and Whole30 is not that expensive. You don't have to go organic. You don't have to go ethically raised. It's good to do that. It's preferred. It's the best way, but you don't have to. It's better to eat meat that was raised and killed in a factory, farm situation, and vegetables that may not be organic, than eating Cheetos and frozen meals and Oreos and all this stuff. Your health is your health. Your body is the only body you have. Someone told me that, the only time that they run is when someone is chasing them. And it was meant in a joking way, but it got me. Who am I chasing? Or who's chasing me? My future self. I heard the other day that the momentum that you build today, it will be the consequences and the things that are going to be where you're living tomorrow. So the consequences and choices that you have to live with tomorrow. And so if I decide that, I want to go out and get a pack of Oreos and eat everything in one day, I'm going to have to live with that tomorrow, be it on the toilet, or 2 months from now, like that 3 or 4 pounds that I can't lose, or like my belt is not going to be able to clasp. You have to think, everything that you put in your mouth, everything you put in your mind, every word that comes out of your mouth is fuel for tomorrow's fire. Fire needs to be stoked. It needs to be ignited. It needs to be blown on. It needs to be cared for. So passion is that fire. Motivation is that fire. And momentum is what comes after the stoking and the pushing and the blowing and the work that you put into it. And so if you don't put that work into that fire, if you don't put that work into that passion, then that fire is going to die out. You're basically throwing sand and water on that fire every time you eat that Oreo, every time you have that negative thought and you allow it to take over, every time you allow yourself to succumb to certain things. Like I said, you can feel your feelings. Give yourself the day to grieve whatever you lost. I'm not talking about family members and that kind of thing. I'm talking about, like, maybe you lost your job. That sucks. Give yourself a day. Give yourself a week. But after that week is over, get your butt in gear. Because this is the only life